people nowadays don't really know how to sleep properly. And when I talk to people about sleep, they usually just tell me that I'm sleeping really long, and that's too long, and somehow that's bad for me. So because my school starts at 6 a.m. and I go to the gym and stuff, I love getting at least 9 hours of sleep. So I go to bed by around 9. Now this doesn't happen every day. I try to go to bed around 9, and I consider it a win if I do. So some people think that's unhealthy. Like even my teachers, they say 8 hours max. I don't think most people understand how teenagers' sleep works. Now, the concept of waking up at 6 a.m. is already completely fucked up. I mean, come on, why? When you can just keep it later, why 6 a.m. specifically, like that early? And even sleeping at 9 is not very sustainable, right? You might have work to do that might go on till 10:30, and then dinner and stuff, sleep around 11:30. And now I'm not someone who usually sleeps later than 11:30, even on the weekends, but still, like sleeping at 9, I mean, if you can, that's great, but it shouldn't be a necessity, and it isn't for most people. Their priority is just other stuff, and they don't sleep at 9. They'll sleep at like 1 and wake up at 6. They'll get 5 hours of sleep. Imagine teenage boys, 15-year-old boys, which, if you think what 15-year-old boys were meant to do, we were meant to be like running around in the sun 8 hours a day and sleeping like 10 hours a day. And in like the caveman days, we were already hunting, right? And do you think 15-year-old boys today have enough testosterone to go around hunting? Of course not. Even I, after doing all the good habits and learning about all the testosterone increasing habits, I won't have nearly enough testosterone to do such things. The reason is that the education system is fucked up, and it's designed to fuck you up. So waking up at 6 a.m. is complete bullshit. This is how you're actually supposed to sleep. So think of it like till failure, right? The concept of going till failure in the gym is keep lifting weights until a point where you physically can't do another rep. So don't sleep in the sense that, let's say you go to bed at 10 and you wake up at 7 because I don't know, you have to pee, or like there's a light in your eyes, or even just you just woke up, right? If you were in your bed and you were calm for the next 5 minutes or 10 minutes, would you fall back asleep? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, go back to fucking sleep. Don't wake up. Like, you don't understand how much rest your body truly needs. Your testosterone levels I'm 15. At our age, the testosterone levels usually peak when you're sleeping for around 10 to 12 hours. Now, more than 13-14 hours is basically just lethargy. Like, you have 24 hours in a day. You'll only have 10 waking hours if you're sleeping 14 hours. But if you're sleeping 10 plus hours, 10 to 12 hours, that's amazing. And anything less than 8 hours is just complete bullshit. Because don't lie to yourself. You can sleep at 9. I mean, not 9 is still fine. You can sleep at 10 p.m., which is early, and wake up at 6 a.m. and you're gonna be drowsy, right? You're not gonna wake up without an alarm, and even if you do due to habit, it's not gonna be like comfortable, right? The reason is, if you laid in bed for another 10 minutes, you would have fallen asleep, which means that you weren't supposed to get up. Now, let's say it's a weekend, right? You're not gonna wake up at 6 a.m. You're gonna go to bed, maybe even if you go to bed early, let's say you go to bed at 10, you're gonna wake up at around like 8, right? And if you don't, then your mental system is just like, your sleep system is just fucked up. If you just voluntarily get up earlier than 10 hours of sleep, that's just fucked up, because you need the 10 hours of sleep in your teenage years. You're not, I mean, if your sleep cycle is fine, you're not gonna wake up with less than 10 hours of sleep. The reason is, your body knows that you need the 10 hours of sleep. Now, I know most people will think that this is crazy, because, well, in today's society it really is, because no one No one sleeps more than 8 hours a day these days. And even 8 hours a day is considered an achievement. Like, what the fuck? The norm is like 5 hours. You know, if you sleep 5 hours a night, let's say your starting testosterone levels are 800 nanograms per deciliter. 5 nights, 5 hours, 5 hours, 5 hours, 5 hours, 5 hours, right? At the end, it's gonna be like 200 or something. And now imagine you do that 5 hours for the rest of your rest of your life, all the nights. You're gonna start growing breasts. It's completely fucked up. So that's what, like, the school system, and they don't really say anything against going staying awake past midnight and stuff. Even when they force you to wake up at 6 a.m. because they don't give a shit about your testosterone levels. But even though that's one of the most important things about your health, they don't give a shit about it. So if you have the opportunity to sleep till failure, do so. Don't just stay awake past your bedtime, and like set a bedtime for yourself, and do not just stay past it just for instant gratification. Instead, go to bed, and when you wake up in the morning, because like that ray of sun came in your eyes, or you had to go to pee at 6 a.m., don't just wake up and go for your coffee. No, if you can afford to, like, you have enough time, stay in bed. Especially if you're like under 20 years old as a man, stay in bed. Nothing is as important as your testosterone levels. Like, I know that sounds stupid, but like, genuinely, I have had phases of my life where I was fucking up my testosterone levels, and phases where I had high testosterone. I had less time when I had high testosterone, and I had more time when I had low testosterone, because less sleep was what was causing the lower testosterone. I didn't get as much work done with more time as I did with less time, because even though I had less time, I had high levels of testosterone. So don't it's quality over quantity, right? So don't stay up past your bedtime, and don't wake up unless you have to. And some people feel guilty for staying in bed in the morning. Like, what the fuck? You need that sleep. So I personally believe that okay, this is not backed by any study, so I'm gonna say this. I can be completely wrong, but in my experience, I feel the most comfortable in bed when my dick is hard, because I believe that you're gonna get the best sleep in bed when your dick is hard. And when does your dick get hard? When you're sleeping. That's right, in the morning. So don't wake up earlier than 8 a.m. Like, if you have to, like, if you're doing something like an ultra marathon or something, or if it's like an occasional thing, then sure. But 6 a.m. 5 days a week is fucked up. Now, most people do that, but yeah, that's what this generation's fucked up. And now, if you're watching this video and you've been watching it for the past 8 minutes, that is actually insane. Your attention span is crazy, and this shows to me that you can achieve really great things in life. So don't waste that potential. If you have an attention span to just watch a random 15-year-old talking about something for 8 fucking minutes, do not underestimate yourself. You are an absolute unit, okay? Your mental strength is insane, and your attention span is also insane. Now that's all for this video. To summarize, sleep till failure, don't stay up past your bedtime, and stay in bed in the morning for as long as you can. And oh yeah, also, by the way, scrolling on your phone in bed does not count as staying in bed. You might as well get up at that point. So staying in bed is closing your eyes and sleeping. That's what I mean by staying in bed. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. And don't forget to thank God for everything good in your life.